Okay, we are live. Father Miller here. Welcome back to the Nerd Father. Happy All Saints Day. Is it a holy day in England today?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think so. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I've been out of it recently. I've been totally out of it.
Okay, I don't know what holy days of obligation are in each country. So in America today, it is a holy day of obligation. And we got the rabbi.
Oh, hello. How are you? I thought it was early.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. We just went live.
Yes.
Okay.
You just made it.
Well, I tell you, story of my life, mate. Story of my life. Let me tell you.
It's okay. I was just explaining to Ian today in the church is a holy day of obligation where we get to go to Mass. Not that we have to go to Mass, but we get to go to Mass. We have to go to Mass at the same time. But it's the Feast of All Saints.
Oh.
So just as we have we celebrate the feast of St. Matthew, St. John, Padre Pio, all the different saints. This is the day where we lump them all together for the saints we don't know.
I don't think it's the same over here, because if it was, my mum would be at church.
Well,
So
it'd be like
she's
in
not.
Ireland, St. Patrick, the Feast of St. Patrick is a holy day in Ireland,
All right,
but it isn't here.
Okay.
Because it's the national patron. So I don't know if St. Augustine of Canterbury would be a holy day over there, because he's the patron saint of England, I think.
Oh, is he?
I think.
I got totally over my head all that stuff.
But we're here to talk Doctor Who. I haven't had a chance to stream with the rabbi in a while.
I know. It's nice to see you.
It's good to see you. It's just today's my day off, so I have the ability to do this.
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
The ability. My wife's away as well. My wife's in Miami right now.
Wow. What's she doing there?
Oh, she's on this big fundraising trip for this charity she works for.
Oh, cool.
It's gone for 3 weeks. So expect me to get more disheveled. And it's more chaotic and things go. But remember that episode of Star Trek, Next Gen, where it's all the different all the different wolves, right?
Yeah.
And there's one where the Bulgard one, and they're like, Riker's got a big beard, right? And it's like, we can't say it. That's what I'll be like in 2 weeks from now.
You're going to be in Serial every day, aren't you? She's not around.
So who could see Sabbath dinner when she's gone?
Well, that's a good question. This week, we're actually having my neighbors over, and they're going to cook the soup, and I'm going to do the main course, the chicken and potatoes and peas and whatever, and dessert. And then we'll go to friends for lunch. But then I think over the next couple of weeks, I'll probably just cook myself, because I don't like going out. I like staying in my pajamas. You know, like I come home from synagogue, right? The suit comes off. I'm like a Chippendale. Woof, right off it comes, and I'm in my Jimmy Jams the rest of the day. That's how I like to spend the
Sounds
summer.
like heaven.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to try something. I think I'm going to put Snortopoopas in a timeout for that one.
Oh, what did he do? I like
That's horrible.
He made a bad joke.
Very bad joke.
And I didn't realize I can't unblock it for 5 minutes, so I do apologize. But that was pretty bad. He asked if the All Saints Day includes the New Orleans Saints.
I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. Okay.
I will tell you, the one thing that's been fun with teaching this year, we started implementing iPads in the classroom. I know it wasn't that bad, but I had to do it. The thing that's really neat with the iPad connectivity in the classroom is I have the ability to control their iPads.
Ah.
So if they are doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, I have the ability to lock them.
So you must have locked all of them then.
Well, one of the kids was being bad not too long ago, and I hope Snortopoopas is not upset. We're known about 4 minutes, but one of the kids was playing sounds on his iPad, so we have the ability to also to look at what they're looking at, just for security reasons and all that.
Ah, right.
And he's looking up bathroom noises. It's like, okay, lock. You're in timeout.
Dear.
So, but Doctor Who. So
what about it?
Bathroom noises. Doctor Who.
Yes.
Bowel movements.
With the exception of the stuff that Jodie was in, I think it had great potential.
What had great potential?
So it had lots of like things that, and if a normally tuned in for a minute would look like Doctor Who, right? The things that connected those bits made no sense whatsoever.
You're right. Absolutely right.
But it didn't really matter.
Of course it matters.
No. It's basically for the normie. The normie doesn't understand Doctor Who, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense. It's only here's something I recently realized. The whole thing came out today about the government has logins to Facebook and Twitter, and they can just tell you what stories they want spiked. Like, yeah, get rid of that Hunter Biden laptop and all that. It's this loss of freedom of speech, right? That we're living through. Why are some people not concerned? Normie isn't concerned at all. They're like, why?
Because why?
If you don't think for yourself, right?
It's not.
If giving up freedom of thought's not a bad thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, with the normies, right? They don't. All they want is their burger, their sports, come home from a 9-to-5 job, sit there, and just kind of swallow life. That's all they want to do. They don't want to be involved in all things that are concerned to move it forward, don't they? So
you fell asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, that's it. That's what they do.
They screamed at them for years, like, look what's going to happen. Now it's happened. Now they're saying what you want a COVID amnesty? Like, no.
Oh, that thing, yeah. No.
Nah.
No, my life was hell for 2 years because of COVID, and it's like I'm not ready to forget.
Yeah. I'm sorry, these COVID Yahtzees that are everywhere.
And speaking of which, I don't know if you both know, my pastor's mom is in the hospital with it right now. She's been for about a week. So she has a severely compromised immunity system. So that's part of the problem. Where we thought if she got it, she was going to die, and she pretty close came to dying.
Wow. So yeah. I hope she pulls through.
But the thing that I thought was interesting, talking about the normies, bringing Colin Baker back, he looks horrible.
They all do.
McCoy looks good. I liked McCoy.
It was that whole scene where, in the inside the Doctor's re-existence, that was all kindly firmly ripped off of the Virgin New Adventures from the early 90s. The book called Time Wirren Revelation. It was the last one, right? It was the last of the first four. It was the Paul Cornell one, but it was squarely ripped off from that, right? Everything was squarely ripped off. But it was nice to see him. I have to tell you, I enjoyed seeing him. I thought everything without Jodie wasn't bad.
Exactly.
Yes. I mean, again, there being the little black girl that they're trying to, the Cybermen are trying to kidnap. And
what was that all about?
They never explained it.
Yes, they did. It was a big furry, glowy thing they had chained up on the Cyberman planet to power the ray that would allow the Master to force the Doctor to regenerate into the Master.
Hold on. So the little black girl was the big furry thing on the planet.
Yeah.
So how come she was a little black girl then?
Because it had a special type of perception. I watched it twice. Why not? Had a special type of perception filter, making it look like something you would want to help and protect.
So hold on. So basically, it had a woke thing to make it turn into a little black girl. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Yes. yes. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, and it was. I love the way that if you've got something you're going to want to help and protect, as a little black girl, because they're always so helpless. A little black girl? Are you crazy?
I think I like the idea of not knowing what it was.
It wasn't a very good episode. It was okay in some places, and also I totally disagree with. I do like seeing the old Doctors again, but I'm like, they're old. Why are they old? Makes no sense.
Old. Well,
makes no sense.
Hologram explained it.
Well, no, I mean it's just an excuse to get them in there because they're old. But the thing is, though, I obviously
when Troughton appeared. Well, when Troughton appeared in the Two Doctors with Colin Baker, I mean, you could tell he was aged.
But but his hair was all grey. But he refused to dye it, didn't he?
No, I like that. I like that. But the scenes with the Seventh Doctor and Ace and the Fifth Doctor with Tegan, well, they were just lovely. I mean, again, they made no sense. It was stupid. It was shoehorned in, and it really was fun. I'm glad.
But then they remorph into the Jodie Doctor.
Sadly so. What can you do? Controversial opinion. I like the Rasputin song. I like the dance number.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
I thought it was obvious. Before it even happened, I knew it was going to happen.
I gotta say, I wish he would have been the Doctor.
Would have been nice.
Yeah. So, but what? Okay. So let me ask you a question. Was there a Rasputin, or was was it always just the Master? Was the Master impersonating Rasputin, or was there never a Rasputin to start with?
Who cares?
Yeah, no, it was all done to get the song in. That whole point was there.
Exactly.
And he worked it backwards from that very, very clearly. There's nothing bad. And there's something why was Vinda there? More interesting, what wasn't there? Any reference to the Chibnall era.
Well, it's pretty obvious that they didn't want that. Look, the bottom line is the Jodie era failed miserably. And the fact that they have to bring back David Tennant to actually try and get the old crowd back is evident for all to see. But they won't admit it, will they? Yeah, who knows? I mean, quite frankly, I'm not excited going forward at all. I just hope that the Shooty episodes is going to be good, and it's not going to feature the woke stuff. I got my fingers crossed on that.
Well, it's going to be as woke as it was the first time round.
What do you mean?
Like the 2005 that was woke. It's going to be
2005.
Yeah, the 2005 2011 series. Russell RTD1. It's going to be as woke as that.
But it wasn't that woke. It was okay.
Here's the question. Is it woke if it's also good characterization and story? I would argue no.
I mean, it depends, doesn't it?
It depends.
The thing I said on my own stream the other night was when they introduced Captain Jack. I mean, you knew he was gay in real life, but that wasn't his whole character. I mean, the idea that he would hit on anything that had lungs and moves,
right? And it was funny.
But that's what I'm saying. I think Father's hit the nail on the head there. Basically, if the character is like that, and that's that, and if it doesn't dominate the whole of the story, then it's fine. But if it does, which this is what I'm scared of, what's going to happen with Doctor Who. I mean, everybody knows that I'm against race swapping, and I don't believe the Doctor should be black anyway. But they've done it. But I don't believe.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't believe. Have a problem with that.
Look. What makes me laugh is people that are not black, right? They're scared to say it. Because if they say it, they'll be accused of being. No, I know you're not.
Totally tell you.
I'm not. I know you're not, Rabbi. I know who you are, Rabbi. So, but there are a lot of people out there that are scared to say it, right? But I can say that the Doctor isn't black, or the Doctor isn't female either, as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? And quite frankly, doing this is only because of what's happening today. That's the reason why.
Well, exactly. See, what I think is going on is this: that Russell T Davies has worked out a vision for Doctor Who that fits into the Disney ethos and is still authentically Doctor Who, right? I think this is the redemption lap for Disney. Disney wants to either it's going to go the same way as before. Right, but they are setting Doctor Who up to be a global brand like Harry Potter. That you're going to hit that Doctor Who tile, and then you can get all of Doctor Who, streaming at your fingertips, right? And with lots of new content coming out, right? It's going to be like the Marvel thing, but that's what's going to happen. That is 100% what's going to happen. But they kept emphasizing all the way through this how they wanted to keep it unique to its brand, right? So I think the money men have finally understood if you want to be able to, be able to use these very expensive brands that you have, you've got to maintain storytelling, standards, and B, have something. Don't change what it is, right? And I think Russell T Davies has managed to do all of that and still fit in the Disney ethos. By having I don't think he really cares that Ncuti is black and a Rwandan refugee. I think Disney are very excited about it, right? I think for Russell, it's like, it's nice. That's the price he has to pay, and he's quite frankly, he's happy having a black Doctor as well, right?
I tell you, if this fails, your face is going to go so red. So but as I said, I'm hopeful.
Look, I would rather be an optimist. I would rather be an optimist.
Same here.
And frankly, there's nothing I've seen so far that makes me go, "Oh, this is going to suck." Right?
It doesn't matter if I tell you. Yeah. You're ignoring this. You're ignoring that. You're going to still not see it anyway.
Well, it depends. I certainly see. I certainly see the potential of it being a problem. I just see that there's also a path where it works out really well, right? I've seen that golden path, right?
Yeah, I prefer to be in the middle.
The path to misery is
right. The problem is, and now I'm just thinking of the analogy. The Disney money is going to be like the Turkish delight from Narnia.
This was Russell's plan right from the beginning, right? He wanted a global brand, right? I think it's bad news for Big Finish. I don't think Big Finish are going to survive it. I don't think Character Option is going to survive it, right? It's majorly stepping up into a bigger leap with this. If it fails, it's over. This is what I keep saying on my stream. It might not be what we like, right? It might not be what we call Doctor Who. I think it's almost certainly going to be very popular. But I think it's probably what I will call Doctor Who as well. We have to wait and see.
I'm going to give it a chance. I mean, I've always said I'm going to give it a chance. And I mean, I'm going to be very interested in seeing how they explain David Tennant's appearance. And not only that,
it's you know what? The fun is back. It's amazing. As Jodie morphed out, firstly, the picture quality got better. They had to reshoot the Jodie side of the morph because the cameras they use at Sony were at Bad Wolf were so much higher quality. It was like going from 4K to from 1080 from 320. It was like too pixely.
I don't understand what you're saying there. I don't think you understand what you're saying there either. If you look at that shot, Rabbi, if you look at that shot very carefully, there is a lot of grain in that shot, and
There's
you
a lot
call
of
those.
grain. There's a lot of
Grain,
grain, and then when it goes to Tenet, it gets much sharper.
No, it doesn't. Look at the shot again. If you look at the clouds and if you look at the shot, there's lots of grain in there. Now, the only way a camera could be better is if we're talking about 8K versus 4K, right?
Okay.
That's the only way that camera's going to get better, or even 12K, even, which I don't know what the difference is, because we're going to be watching in 1080 anyway. So that's what I'm saying. So I don't understand why people say that, oh, their cameras were better. By how much?
Exactly. There seems to be a shifting picture quality. It seemed to be fresher and like sharper. Maybe I was just happy to.
I've got a 4K TV and it was grain everywhere when David Tennant appeared.
Man,
yeah, take a look at it again.
I didn't watch it on 4K though. But like, to me, it looked like brighter, more colorful.
Really?
Fuller. Yeah, it really hit him.
After the eyesore of her outfit for the last few years.
Yeah, more color.
Which I will say,
I will say, kind of way of regenerating over her.
Yes, but I will say, thought it was interesting that Colin Baker's cancer coat wasn't back. His rainbow multicolor trench coat,
because he hates it.
Eyesore, whatever that horrible thing that he wore as part of his outfit.
Well, he didn't have a chance. They didn't have Nicola Brighton in it. If Nicola Brighton was in it, I guess they would have done.
I hope they wouldn't have, but
she's alive, isn't she? That character.
Oh boy, she's alive and very supple.
Careful.
Yeah, the rabbi's back.
I may not be in my clerks, but
I kept it clean. I was
Thank you.
I mean, I don't know. I think, I think it's a shame, really. The biggest shame here is they could have actually made a female doctor work. They could have from day one, but they didn't.
I mean, I said it before. Misty wasn't in your face. I mean, when they introduced Misty as the master, I mean, she was good. It was just once, the doctor. I think I said it was when Matt Smith was announced. Originally, or Peter Capaldi, they were pushing for a woman doctor, and it was this campaign for it. And finally, when it happened, it's like it's all in your face promotion about a woman doctor and everything.
Yeah, but they didn't want JD to step on the shoulders of 12 white men, and so they had to go back and create this little black kid, a female black kid at that.
He retconned itself out of existence. Like, by not mentioning it's gone. We're never okay. This is my headcanon right now, right? Assuming the David Tennant Doctor is some kind of projection onto the regenerating Doctor.
Also, be the third version of him if you count the two from the
right. But anyway, assuming that, right now I'm saying the entire Jodie era was some kind of awful mind trap that the Doctor was trapped in to weaken him, to allow him to be able to be taken over by the Celestial Toymaker. That's what I'm saying it is, because like we're not referring back to it. We're not going to see like all 15 Doctors or anything on screen anymore. There's too many. When it was 5, you could do it, right? Yeah. It got a little bit silly at 11 and 12, right? Now it's like you don't have screens wide enough. And they all look small now, right?
They all look old.
Yeah, exactly. So you're not even saying she's not coming back anytime soon, right? Like, forget it. In fact, I'm doing a stream Saturday night, right? I was thinking about what the thumbnail would be because it's bonfire night. So I was doing Jodie
Guy Fawkes, the last guy to enter Parliament with honest intentions.
I'm sorry.
Do you know what?
The last guy to enter Parliament with honest intentions.
Right.
Oh man.
Do you know what? Right. It would be really nice to have Matt Smith meet Peter Capaldi's Doctor. That would be really great, wouldn't it?
I want Matt Smith's Doctor to meet the second Doctor. So
but who can play him though? That's the thing. Who can play? Who do you know?
Fraser Hines is probably the best bet.
Oh, Fraser Hines. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
But they-
wasn't he
yeah, they-
there?
Sorry,
Why wasn't he there at the meeting at the ending when all the assistants
Jamie?
were there?
he's in a
Jamie.
different time. He did.
Oh, I see.
It had to be
Midland,
people in
Scotland.
20th century Earth at that
Where-
time.
So where did the Doctor drop him off then when they parted ways?
Well,
Who?
he was taken back to where
Jamie.
he was originally from.
Oh,
That was
right.
at the end of the War
Right.
Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then you got like he's older in like in coming up in Big Finish stuff. So I don't know.
Well,
know.
and also from the War Games, his memory of the Doctor was wiped.
That's,
Right, but there's like we don't know what that.
Sorry, I'm
really
being a
works.
purist.
There's several different versions of his future, right? But so again, that's coming out. They did a very good box set of After the War Games, Beyond the War Games, with Patrick Troughton's son playing the second Doctor. He was really good, right? He was really, really. I think it was Michael Troughton. You know what? I watched Midnight last night because it was Halloween. And I thought,
be honest, I started watching The Devil's Own with Peter Capaldi.
Oh, I couldn't get into that. I watched
That
15
is
minutes of
hard.
it.
It really is
I'm in the
hard.
middle of the second episode, right? Please tell me they like.
I don't know. I'm still trying to get to the first.
Okay. Oh, it's really hard going.
It is.
Right?
It is. They could have made it simpler.
I got half hour to go of the second episode. There's supposed to be some. As long as they need to start explaining some stuff now. They can't go ooh spooky dooky for 2 episodes and go oh. I'm like enough already. Give me something with the kid. Something with this. Something with that. Like enough.
Yeah, it's
I think that's what this afternoon will be for me. I'll probably after this stream I'll go back to watching it.
Yeah, it's really hard going, and they could have made it
simpler,
simpler, couldn't they? They could have made it simpler.
They
didn't.
I was just afraid, I was afraid. It seems to be a British production, so I was thinking as an American, it's one of those British dramas that's hard to get into. But I'm glad to hear from you two that it's not just me.
It's hard to get into. It's
tough.
Really obnoxiously hard to get into.
It's messed up. I mean, it's almost like Terry Gilliam, but Terry Gilliam makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. What this is like is I always wished in like 1974 or 1975 when they finished doing Doctor Who, they went to Hinchcliffe and Robert Holmes and said, here's a budget for a adult drama for BBC One Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock for 6 weeks, right? And see what they came up with. That's what The Devil Hour is like, right? Because it's got that creative underpinnings of Doctor Who, and even though it's got nothing to do with Doctor Who, but still, it's like that. That's what it strikes me as. So
he does say he's a time traveler, doesn't he?
Sorry,
there's a scene in it where he says he's a time traveler.
So, yeah,
I haven't got to that part yet.
Yeah. Although what is good is the Peripheral. I just started watching that this week. That's very.
Is that good?
Yeah, first episode in, I like that a lot. Although I'm telling you, the show to watch more than once is Westworld, right? I'm on my second rewatch of it.
The first season. You mean season 1?
No, even season 2 is good.
Oh, I haven't seen season 2. I saw season 1. I thought it was brilliant. I didn't get around to see season 2.
It's so good. It's much better than I thought. Season 2 I thought was horribly woke. I take that back completely, right? It is so in character for the story. It just fell out in the middle of the Me Too era, right? Yeah. And then when you see where it eventually goes in season 4, it's brilliant. I mean, it is. We see. Here's the thing I realize that most people just don't think, right? Most people just go. It doesn't matter what their routine is in life; they just do it, right? It's with work, it's with religion, it's with relationships. You just go through, which is what these robots are doing. Right, and it's how they learn to like improvise and step out of that routine that makes them into sentient beings, right? But so that's really, and then it's really messed up with like lots of insane violence. And not Father Miller, not for you. It's very good.
I think I have the first season on DVD because it came with a digital copy.
It's very, very good. But you know what wasn't very, very good? Doctor Who, Power of the Doctor. Why was it called Power of the Doctor? Yeah, you know how bad it is. We're doing anything other than talk about it. Why was it called How the Doctor?
I saw that they wanted to do a new series on the support group, and I really hope it's not going to happen.
No.
I mean, it was nice to see Ian back, but
it's gone.
You know, they should renegade the Jodie Doctor to the other universe, because you remember when the Doctor went to the other universe, they just renegade her there. In other words, it doesn't affect the time the original Doctor that we know, knew and loved. So that's what they should do.
Yeah,
right.
So she's from that one.
I gotta say, doesn't like Eraser from Reality.
I was praying that they what you call it, that the Master would win.
I will say I laughed when she got shot by him.
What's that? Sorry,
I laughed when she got shot by him. I thought it was great. But like I said, and I mentioned it in the rabbi's chat, all that was missing was, as Yaz is carrying her, is Joe Cocker saying, "Love lift us up."
Oh, God. Okay.
Like the officer and the gentleman, it just had that vibe to it.
This is something that really shows you something wrong in the social justice warrior psyche, right? You see this over and over and over and over again. The depiction of romantic love, right, is always something like cradling a baby, right? It's like when they did the gay Superboy, he's always cradling him like a baby, and like this. Yaz cradles the Doctor like a baby, and that's their nod to Thasmin. And it's so clear that this is not about, normative relations between human beings. This is about somebody eroticizing being infantilized, right? And that's what this entire crazy group does.
How the heck does Yaz know how to fly the TARDIS?
Oh, because she's the best as ever to do everything.
I mean,
also, how does Yaz pick up the Doctor? She doesn't look like she can pick up a stone.
Oh, because she's the best as ever to do everything. It's because what's-name did it. Bill Potts did it when she was a Cyberman in that last Capaldi story. That's entirely why. They said, well, but it happened before. It's just about him ripping it. This was like bad, like all the Chibnall stuff. Bad Doctor Who karaoke. It just best bits of Doctor Who redone, strung together poorly.
As I keep saying, it could have worked, but they just went.
If it was under a different Doctor, if it wasn't that Jodie is like the thing that brings everything together, that she's the bestest ever. Again, Yaz. I think if it was like a Amy Pond, Matt Smith, or David Tennant, Rose, it could have been great.
Yeah.
Well, that beginning on the train was really a rip-off of the Matt Smith, like prime Matt Smith era, right? And the other trouble is when Matt Smith did it, it made sense, right? Although it was a fun opening, it was a frothy, but again, you saw the Doctor being useless.
Well, you see the Cyber Masters or whatever those things are. I mean, that is an abomination. The idea that the Time Lords are now Cybermen.
Like how they come back? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Do you know what really puzzled me in the beginning is when Jodie gets onto the train and she walks up to the Cyberman and says, "I'm going to stop you." Blah, blah, blah. Why didn't he just shoot her? Why didn't they just put a bullet in her head? They had guns. They had weapons.
They nearly did to
Why didn't they do that? Why? See, there you go. See, it makes no sense, does it?
Well, that's the thing. It's logic.
This is Saturday morning cartoon logic. Right.
What? So what you're saying, that the Doctor is the coyote? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Although, again, I will say that the cartoon violence, I did enjoy Jodie getting shot. I enjoyed Yaz crying. I thought that was fun. I laughed.
I honestly, I don't even remember that now.
Everything that Jodie does, right? What's interesting about the Jodie Doctor is everything she does doesn't amount to anything, or you don't feel anything. Like, for instance, when she repaired Mr. Vender's ship, right? He's like, he goes, "Oh, thank you very much, Doctor." You don't feel anything. If it was Matt Smith or David Tennant, he'd do it in such a way that you can feel the joy from everybody. Oh, he's done that. Do you know what I mean? That because he's the Doctor, he's done that. Do you know what I mean?
The problem was that you didn't notice Vinder was there and then you didn't know why it was there, and you didn't
exactly.
His ship was
well, and the other thing too is they never brought back whatever her name is. His partner.
Forget all that.
I'm grateful that they didn't. I'm so glad they didn't. I'm so glad they didn't explain what was that she dropped in the TARDIS heart or whatever that time watch.
It's I mean, again, the Timeless Children is over. It's totally over. By the way, I don't know who the clerical person, the picture you have on the behind you is.
It's not. It's St. John Vianney, who looks like the first Doctor.
He looks very hard to
Let me bring that up.
That's really funny. That's wild. Who is it?
St. John Vianney. He's the patron saint of priests.
Okay.
I said that last time that he looks like the Doctor. I said. He looks like the Doctor.
Let me bring. This is the picture of him. Interesting story. We'll have to talk about it another time. But this is St. John Vianney, who died 1859.
Okay.
And looks pretty much like William Hartnell.
Mm. Wow.
Oh, he was quite old when he died. Look at that. 69. Yeah, he was in his 70s. He had a good innings for the.
But he actually, and there's stories about it. He actually fought the devil.
Okay.
The devil.
By the way,
come to him at night and fought him.
This Friday is the anniversary of the day the rains of the flood started. There you go.
From the Ark, you mean?
From the yes, that that flood.
You lost me. I don't know what you're talking about
Noah's
there.
Ark.
Okay, Noah's Ark.
Okay.
See, we just got through Isaac and Jacob yesterday in class. So tomorrow we're going to go into going down to Egypt with Israel and Joseph.
So I really want to do a comic book, right? Which I wrote it as a screenplay, like a Quentin Tarantino-esque Western, right? On like a big 70mm screen called The Israelites, which is essentially the story of Joseph and his brothers, right? And there's a lot of stuff that really works, but you got instead of going to Egypt, they go to Mexico. Very nice. They go to Mexico where there's where they have the pyramids there, that sort of thing. But yeah, you can start that off with the sacking of Shechem, and it's nice and bloody. Anyway,
I'm gonna show. I sent the rabbi this image from one of my classes. One of my kids kind of got tired.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is really funny.
So we're talking about Noah, Lot, Abraham, and Lot, and everything. It's like, okay, the sin of Ham, was it that he slept with his mother? Was it that he mocked his father? Then we're talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot's daughters sleeping with their father because they thought the world was coming to an end. So this is what one of the kids basically answered to the question about what was the Lot's daughter's wicked scheme. And it's talking about how it's all been about incest.
Mm.
It has all been about incest. By the way, Ham didn't sleep with his mother; it was his father. And according to some, you don't have that tradition. And
no. We were told there's two traditions, or at least from what I was reading in our textbook and commentaries, that the Canaanites were the result of Ham sleeping with his mother, the offspring.
All right.
But then also that it was basically that he was kind of laughing at his father, showing great disrespect to his father for being naked.
No. So according to Jewish commentaries, him being naked was him being asleep when he was drunk. So to stop him procreating and having more kids, and thus reducing his part of the world, he raped his father and castrated him.
So is this the special edition of the Dave the
extended version of the
Power of the Doctor, is it?
Because you end up googling all kinds of stuff while you're bored in between scenes.
Well, okay, so now that's kind of going back into the Doctor and the whatever his interview. When they said he wants to visit Africa, I hope it's not because he's the first black doctor.
Oh no, that is why. That's 100%
I know.
why.
I really hope it isn't. But
no. That's why.
That's what screams.
That's like saying, "Sweet, what are you going to do now? You're the doctors. Oh, I hope we don't have to beat the matzo ball monsters. Oy vey! It's good.
Maybe they'll do.
By the way, the bagels are coming. Ah!
Maybe they'll do a Rosa revisit. Now that he's a black guy, he'll go to 1950s Alabama.
All this stuff is going to be done with quality, and quality writing. This is going to
okay. So so there's something. There's loads of different colours that why that's wrong. That statement's wrong. One is you don't know. Right, it's going to be like that. You're only guessing. You're hoping.
You don't know. I don't know. It's going to be.
You're hoping.
Writing.
Yeah, you're hoping. Right?
Okay. Based on everything else I've seen them do. Yeah, I mean, this is not an opinion from like out there. I've
who do. All right, let's break this down. Who are you referring to?
Russell T Davies.
Right, so Russell T Davies did how many seasons of Doctor Who?
He did, I don't know, what, 5?
And then he did that other spin-off show, wasn't it? That was super work.
Torchwood. Then
Torchwood.
Years and Years is his most angsty woke thing he's done.
And then he did what's that show on Channel 4 that won him back awards and stuff? The latest one. It's a sin. He did that.
That's one of the best dramas I've ever seen.
Okay, right. So do you see a theme? Do you see a theme going through that, Rabbi?
Very British Scandal. Fantastic.
Rabbi, do you see a theme going through that?
In a very special episode, they're going to visit 1970 San Francisco.
I think when he's doing his gay stuff, he's doing his gay stuff. When he's doing it, look, it's not like Queer as Folk was so straight, right? He did very gay stuff, and then when he's not doing very gay stuff, he's doing it. Listen, I can think he's a professional guy who wants to make it work. I don't think he. Maybe I'm wrong, but we're going to find out.
Are they going to visit 1969 Stonewall in New York City? Or are they going to go to 1970s San Francisco?
Much more likely 1970s San Francisco, right? Just because they sound like they want to have fun. That's okay. The other thing is, I think they want
to have a gay old time.
Sorry,
gives the Flintstones theme. We'll have a gay old time, a new meaning.
Yeah, but again, I think anything done. Organically to the story is a part.
Okay, right. So look, Rabbi, I'm a Doctor Who fan, right? But I'm not a blind sheep. Okay, right.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk about the first. Let's talk about the first episode that Doctor Who, the first episode with Chris Eccleston. I did not like that first episode. I was so disappointed with it. Right. So it's perception, I guess. But nobody can say for sure that it's going to be great. We're hoping it's going to be great, right?
I'm not saying for sure. I'm saying based on all the evidence to hand, I think it's going to be very good.
Okay, let's look at the evidence, shall we? Okay, right. Yeah. So we got Auntie, that's hugely woke. Then we got Russell T, who's gay. Let me finish. Hey, come on.
Wait.
You're ignoring the evidence, Rabbi.
You're ignoring how Auntie has imploded, right? They know how badly Doctor Who has done.
Yes.
They're putting their hair out. They're freaking out.
But
and they have
will not go backwards, Rabbi. They will not.
They have no creative control. This
Rabbi.
Is very, very, very obviously.
Why are you ignoring these red flags?
Obviously, a rescue mission. And if you look at it in terms of that, then if you think this is all system go, let's just keep going in the same direction. Fine. I think you would have to be insane and prejudiced to think that.
Okay, I don't know, right? All I'm doing is guessing, right? But from the evidence, which you seem to be ignoring, it's only going one way, right? It's only going one way. That's all I'm saying.
If you look at stuff,
you can look at it any way you want, mate.
If you look at stuff in very general terms and squint and ignore the detail, then yes. And it's not like I came in here and said like, oh, this is there's no chance I could be wrong. I
hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong.
It's not like that, but I'm saying I think we have every reason to be optimistic.
I am
figuring that we're at the bottom of the pit. I mean, I don't see why there wouldn't be reason to be optimistic.
It
can't get any worse.
They all need this to work, including Disney.
No, but they don't care if it works.
Forget the public face. I've actually spoken to people on the inside of the BBC, and what's going on the inside is very different from what's going on the outside. All this public face of like, oh, we're just so happy with everything. Just trends are down. No, it's not like that. They are running around with their heads on fire, and also at Disney, nobody is calm. Nobody is saying we've done a great job, other than Kathleen Kennedy, right? But still, so Disney desperately needs a win. Rusty Davies wants it to be a win. He doesn't want. Does he want to influence people by media? Yeah, of course he does. Absolutely does. Everybody wants to do that. But I think he recognizes that you have to do this in a way that's got to be quality entertainment. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Okay, so I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to play the shame on me because I'm going to need it.
Why is he beating him up?
Now,
all I can say right now is shame, 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 shame.
Why?
It was worth it. It was totally worth it.
Well, it's Disney. I mean, that was the episode where the Jonas Brothers are supposed to be performing on the Disney Channel. They don't want to sell out, and Mickey Mouse beats them up.
Yeah, again, in the big press release of that lunch they did, I went over the video of everybody speaking. All the executives are women. All the executives look like Kathleen Kennedy, right? That's 100% true. They're all saying the same thing, though, right? They're all saying they want to retain the unique Doctor Who ethos. So, why are you shaking your head like you know?
Because you've just ignored the evidence in front of you. They're all women. What does that say about that? He says something. You'd be a useless Columbo, you would, mate. I tell you that for nothing.
I pointed it out to you.
Of course you pointed it out.
You to strengthen your point.
Take off your specs, mate. Take it off.
How did I ignore it when I pointed it out to you?
You're ignoring the implications of that.
I pointed it out to you because I understood the implication. I actually pointed it out to you because I understood the implication.
There it is.
Fight. I'm only joking, mate.
That's why I pointed it out to you, right? Listen,
yeah, I know.
Is Shooty going to be a gay doctor? I don't think so. If he is, I won't like it. I still think whatever it's going to be is going to be very popular.
You reckon?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Time will
see, right? We'll see. I hope
see
you're
that.
right.
That's the goal they're chasing, right? That's the prize they're chasing. Could you imagine, right? Doing something where the Disney go, look at this, we got a black
Rabbi.
Rabbi.
They want the Doctor Who to be popular, but they also want to keep their agenda in there. There's a conflict right there. A conflict.
The data is the data, and it's not going to happen.
Well, we'll see, right?
Unless you find this unique case, I think this is what Rusty Davies has sold them. I think
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll sold them, and that'll please everybody. And if he has, fantastic.
We'll see. We'll see. I think it's all about the agenda, personally.
That it can work out.
I hope so, mate.
Okay. What's more likely, right? The Democrats doing well in the midterms.
Don't know that. I don't know anything about politics at all.
What's more likely?
1 week away.
What?
1 week away, election day next week.
1 week away from election day. You're not going to get 1 week away from the beginning. You're not getting the results for about 3-4 weeks afterwards.
No, I don't think it'll be that bad. I think some of them, it's good. The thing
Arizona,
is, I think it's going to be.
They are going to fight.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be like 2016, where I went into election night thinking Trump did not have a chance, and you know where. And,
yeah, I know.
You had to stay up late, and I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be clear early in the night.
Blake Masters is so winning. Blake Masters
two of the big races that are going to be decided early. Hopefully, will be Florida with DeSantis and the New York governor's race.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, guys. What is this about? What are you talking about?
American
I have
politics.
no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, the New York race. That if that one goes red, that's crazy, and that's on the table, baby.
Anyway, back to the toy maker. I gotta say, I know that even though he is gay, I actually am looking forward to seeing this character. I mean, it does look creepy.
Honestly, him being gay doesn't really impact on me.
Is the toy maker part of Doctor Who history? The toy maker,
of course he is.
Yeah, I can't remember what era was he in?
It's in when the season 3 is one of the later William Hartnell ones. William Hartnell is
because I haven't seen all of William Hartnell ones.
It's one of the lost ones.
He's a great villain. He's a really good villain, and they were actually going to regenerate him on that story, right? They were going to just have the Celestial Toymaker make him into a new person, right? At the end of that, but he carried on for another 2 or 3 stories afterwards,
right?
But yeah, it's not confirmed he is the Toymaker. This is just what we're assuming.
Well, I mean, I look forward to this 3 episodes. I really do. As I said, if it does go into the area which I don't agree with, I'm gone, because I've given up Star Wars, given up Marvel. I went to see Black Adam. Thought it was all right.
Andor is so boring.
Oh God,
it's so crushingly boring.
Yeah, I've given up on them, and I'm prepared to give up Doctor Who as well. But I hope I don't.
I mean, it's like I'm done with Marvel. I have no desire to see anything new from Marvel.
I'm so done with the Marvel movies. Right? I mean, the Black Panther's gonna flop like anything. Oh my God!
And then we're gonna get blamed for it.
Who's gonna get we?
We are, yeah.
Are you talking about we podcasters or you black people?
No.
I don't know which way we're going on that one.
Us fans, we're gonna get blamed for being racist and all that stuff.
Group we're in.
Pick a route.
I love it. Like BLM has told white people, don't go to the opening weekend. That's racist.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, okay.
I'm not gonna see it because I'm not interested in it. It doesn't appeal to me.
I mean, look, the only Marvel movie any of us want to see is Deadpool versus Wolverine, right? That's the next one anybody's gonna watch.
We want to see a good Fantastic Four. That's what we want to see.
So I got to show you this. I want to show at least a little bit at the beginning. This is why I'm sick of it.
Wakanda's changed things forever.
Wakanda.
Now, nothing seems impossible.
I mean, it's like basically Wakanda. I mean, you see the articles. Everybody's saying Wakanda shows how this can be done and all that. It's like it's a mystical place with.
Like Africa's not leading the way in anything other than child exploitation and murder. Like what the heck? Other than AIDS growth, Africa is not leading the world in freaking anything. Are you out of your bloody mind?
But it's not Africa; it's Wakanda.
Wakanda
forever.
Wakanda for one movie.
I mean, this is one of the things with Ironheart here. I mean, the clips I've seen Gary play last week and the clips that are on, it's just going to be cringe.
I do want like a show that actually has a lot of black people in it and they're portrayed as positive people. I do like that idea.
That's called Desmond's. Awesome.
Yeah. But this is not it. This is not it.
See how they teach the children to treat their guests.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, they got the Chicago flag in the background. Nobody has the Chicago flag in the background. Chicago is a dump.
Again, no one gives a shit. I mean, shame.
There we go. Yes, we gotta do. Well, I did to
All
my.
I can say right now is shame.
I do apologize. I am that.
What's really funny is that father plays that clip and it's a geezer in a wig and a dress. That's weird. That's so weird.
Oh, come on, that's classic Saturday Night Live. That's classic American comedy. Dana Carvey played this old televangelist woman named the Church Lady.
Church Lady, yeah, it was awesome. Anyway, how long will we be going for?
I probably will have to start wrapping up soon. I know you got it's later over there. I still got a few things to get done on my day
Got
off.
Pertweed. Pertweed, he's here. He
I'll
should
tell
come
you,
back as a
I
doctor.
almost picked up. I went to my first con on Saturday. They had a 1/11 of Matt Smith's doctor doing the little speech as the Pandorica opens.
Right.
I almost bought it for $5.
What was it? Was it like a figure?
A figurine of him holding the microphone as he's addressing.
Oh yeah, I got that one. It's over here. 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I got that one.
Yeah,
here it is.
Yeah, we can play a little game of Rassilon together.
I can't. I don't have it. But I did pick up a few new Superman comics.
All right.
So,
do you hear about the new Superman movie? Do you hear about it?
The gay Superman writer, can he just shut up? The gay Superman comic book can't stop talking about how
that thing, yes.
Do you hear about Cavill saying that the new Superman's going to be a beacon of hope? You know, Superman's going to represent a beacon of hope, and you know, it's going to go back to the natural way that Superman is. So I'm all for that. I'm hoping that the next movie with Cavill in it.
Yeah. You see, this is okay. I think the tides are turning. Right, I've been saying this way. I think we are on a cultural zeitgeist shift. Right, I think the James Gunn being in charge of the DC movies, great news. Russ Lee Davis, believe it or not, I think it's going to be great news. I think the midterms coming on, great news. I think the Elon Musk on Twitter, already great news. Did you see Biden got fact checked on Twitter?
Sorry,
but you know what, Rabbi? You say this is great news, but you also say that Armageddon's coming as well.
I think it's great news.
Is that great news too?
Yeah, because Arthur was a Messianic king.
All right, okay.
And it's like Wakanda forever! Wakanda!
Wakanda forever!
That's Wonder Woman. It's Wonder Woman. That's the Jewish one. Leave Wonder Woman alone. What's Wakanda?
Yeah, I don't know. Seriously.
No, this is Wakanda.
That's Wakanda.
They ripped each other off.
They did.
We're going to get Black Panther versus Wonder Woman.
But Leonard Nimoy got that from the Jewish faith as well, apparently.
Yeah.
He did.
Not know that.
Priestly blessing.
There you go. See?
So
everybody's ripping off everyone.
Okay, you want to hear something really weird? We got this really weird holiday we finished about a couple of weeks ago called Sukkot, where in the prayer service in the morning, we'll have a big stick, right? A big palm leaf and a lemon, right? And a few bits of leaves. It's a weird time, right? You're waving it around. But then again, the tune, we have to sing this song with it. And I recognize the tune because dun 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 da 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 da, and it's this Jewish thing. I was like, what is this? And I realized it's the incidental music from the Monsters, right? Walking up the bar. Jews rip stuff off and put them in everything.
Okay, I probably shouldn't play this, but I'm going to. Let me bring it up.
The Monsters was terrible. Anybody watch that film?
I actually meant to.
I loved it. I really liked the
Monsters.
Did you? They did a remake of it for a pilot, which was really good.
Yeah.
By it was called Mockingbird Lane.
Here we go.
And Eddie Izzard in it as Grandpa Monster.
Forgive me.
One really. I had a feeling this is what this place would be like.
Oh God! Why is so
Get off these bad ailments.
Oh look, Joe's feeding them pennies.
That is what it's like.
That's terrible.
Well, they did. They also had the one. I'm not going to play it, but it's basically the guy trying to decide how much to tip, and it's basically a bird comes up and starts chirping cheap. And then, I'll have to do it.
I like the one where Pete sings a song that he wants to find his own Jew. Have you seen that?
Okay, here we go. Let me bring this up. Oh.
Well, never mind.
Here we go.
And everything else, just terrible. All right, let's go. What should we leave for a tip?
The food and service were both great. Give him the full 3%. This is why I hate going outside.
It's terrible.
We've gone for about an hour. We should probably start wrapping up.
Devils.
Real doctors.
Yes.
Come on.
Well, I'm going to go back to watching The Devil's Own.
Me too. I'm going to be giving another half episode, then I'm done.
I think I'm done already.
I'll just let you know I can't do the stream on Friday because I have the 8 o'clock this week.
It's all right.
And I got to stream. I might do the Friday stream about 2 hours earlier because I have spiritual direction again.
I'm working on Friday, so I don't think
Okay.
I'll be able to make that. So,
Okay.
I was going to say,
it's going to be
because on Friday I have no spiritual direction whatsoever.
I knew that about you.
Well, we'll wrap up. I thank you guys for joining me. This has been good. It's been good doing the group thing. And thank everybody for watching. And as the rabbi says, we're watching the wheel.